Okay, so I'm live. So this video is going to be about why getting therapy if you're being gang stalked is smart, and also why I'm upset because today I had one of those I don't know, I call them like semi epiphanies. Like it's something like but then one day it just really hits you. Like you really start to understand more about what's going on. And that's the part why I'm upset. So I had been calling neighborhood security because things had been going on in the neighborhood, mainly right across the street from me where that girl got kidnapped, where the last neighbors used to live. And I just have been reporting to try to keep some type of documentation of these people like leaving when I'm leaving. And I apologize, not really, but if I talk a little bit slower than some people because it just takes my mind has to register it. So, like, I know that there's certain patterns going on. Like, it seems like when I was getting dressed, it was like these people know when I'm getting dressed and they're leaving around the same time that I'm getting dressed. They're outside when I'm getting ready to go grocery shopping, or they're leaving around the same time. Just these weird pattern type things, right? So I asked the security, this is going on. I said, well, maybe I need therapy. And then something always dramatic happens when I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, the trash people just got in a wreck on your street. Because I saw them coming down the street. I said, oh, was it the same people who were down the street? So he's like, oh, I got to call you back. So I'm like, okay. It's always kind of like blowing my situation off. So I told him when I talked to me, I'm just like, look, I guess I just need therapy. And he's like, what do you need therapy for? And I was kind of shocked by that because I'm like, why wouldn't I need therapy? Like, I realize what these people are doing now. Today, I looked into it because I was reading up on some stuff dealing with Candy Grand Prix and a website where, people were talking about her saying that they should get murdered and stuff like that. So now I'm like, okay, I know why these people are picking on me now. These people are picking on me because one reason why, because they want me to go to jail. And it's like, okay, I knew they wanted something bad to happen to me, but I'm like, so they got to be up to something or trying to buy some type of time or something because I'm like, in where I live, and anywhere pretty much where you live, if you assault somebody, if you say I can't, if you get upset and you make any type of verbal threats, you can literally go to jail for that. So if somebody is pressuring you and doing these little things, slamming the door every time you're going to sleep, honking the horn before you go to sleep, putting their lights on for 20 minutes, just things that would bug a normal person who's sensitive or who pays attention to things. And it's like, dude, you're weird. So, harassing you over the store intercom, saying people's names that you know, saying somebody's name that you just mentioned in the car because you might talk to yourself. And it's like, it's outrageous. Making things difficult for you, saying, "Oh, ma'am, the other day I said, can I get some fingernail polish remover?" She had to unlock the cabinet, talks to the lady at register one, and then when I'm like, "Oh, do you have the fingernail polish?" "Oh, she didn't come to my register, dude. I just saw her. I said thank you to her as well." There was a whole ordeal. Now she never showed up. I talked to her. She was outside in the park. Whatever. Just a lot of chaotic, weird things. So they're pushing me. They want me to assault somebody. They want that verbal threat. That's what it is. They want me to go to jail because when I was out there saying people, and when you're going through that, you don't really think like that. You're just in self defense mode. And you're like, when I'm outside, that one time I got mad, like I literally threw a glass in the backyard, in our backyard, and I was like, I'm sick of these people messing with me. Leave me alone. Okay, so then when he got there, he didn't see anything that I said. He didn't, and I didn't say anything horrible about anybody like killing them or anything. I was just saying, leave me alone. But he's saying, you get back in the house or I'm going to arrest you. I realize that's what you are trying to do. Y'all are doing little things every day. You got the neighborhood to do things to me. As soon as I come outside, it's like cars driving by, driving by, driving by. It's a little neighborhood. They all go into this cul-de-sac right here. I mean, all day. As soon as I come outside, it seems like when I'm in here, they're not doing anything. I have it on camera, but then they're all like going here and going there. It's just like weird. Any hour, it could be early, they'll start doing it. It's like, oh, she's not in the house. I can't watch her from wherever the cameras are set up. So we're gonna leave now and see what she's doing if she's sitting outside. That's how it feels, and I believe that's actually what's really happening. And some of the stuff is just it's not coincidental. So they want me to be in jail. So that's why therapy is important. That's why you should go to therapy. And I don't understand why that security officer, it was a white guy this day, even though I know a black dude owns the private company that he said that he says he's been in the law enforcement for 36 years, but doesn't see how somebody could be bothering you across the street because they are married with kids. Anyhow, so they want me to go to jail. And I'm like, why do they want me to go to jail? So they're trying to build a criminal record against me. They're having these people treat me evil in grocery stores and everything. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of this time. I'm going to this little Hispanic place, good prices. He followed me out of the neighborhood. I thought you were just supposed to secure the neighborhood. Watched me go down to this place because it's like on the same street. I was tired. I didn't want to hide from him. I was like, forget it. I went there. Next time the man gets me chicken from a different place, it's like a bucket on the floor instead of the place where they usually are. And this chicken has holes in it. I'll show you pictures. I have it. Everywhere I go, this man, he followed me at the grocery store, at Walmart. He follows me at Kroger's. They follow me. And then they tell these people stuff and then they start treating me funny. Why would the neighborhood security dude do that? Anyway, so you got to go to therapy, and that's smart because they're going to document anything that you're going through. You need somebody who's professional that's going to be a part of this horrible journey you're going through until you can get out of it. Because you don't need to be out there in that angry state, in that bad energy that they're trying to put you in to get you to be out there and say, oh, you're getting on my nerves. Get away from me. And, whatever you might say in your moment of being angry, they are provoking you. They're not only provoking you, in this world, but also in the spiritual world. God says parents don't provoke your children. So if parents aren't supposed to provoke their children, other people aren't supposed to be provoking you either. So they can provoke you all day and threaten you and be gang stalking you. The second that you make an assault or a threat to them, you can go to jail and be fined and go to prison for up to 30 years and whatnot. That's why I don't know why Candy Grand Prix is not in trouble right now, because she said that the two people should be murdered. And that was online publicly. So I don't see how she's still out here running around. I guess they're showing mercy and grace on her, but by law, she is supposed to have some type of punishment for making that type of gesture to people. They're trying. Oh, so he said one day, he was like, so he said something about domestic something. And I said, seems like they're trying to have a domestic case go on. And he was like, oh, who's gonna be doing a domestic case? And I'm like, oh, okay, I see how you're trying to set me up. Oh, you're trying to set me up, aren't you? You're trying to get me to say I'm gonna do something. I'm saying by them doing what they're doing, it seems like they're trying to cause something to happen. I'm not saying that I'm going to do anything. I'm saying, but he was so into like trying to jump on me and create a case about me. But yet when I say I have evidence, he says evidence doesn't matter prior to this. But he says he's a private investigator and he's neighborhood security. I don't want you being a private investigator if anything happens here, because I already know that you're biased and you're not on my side. He goes to the neighbors that I complain about and becomes best friends with them. He'll talk to me for 2 minutes and then go run over there and talk to them for 20 minutes and be like, having fun and giving high fives and exchanging numbers and all type of stuff, whatever they do. They act like they know each other because I'm looking outside the window and watching. That's what it is. So now I'm like, okay, it's leading back from this, from the time the cop pulled the gun out on me, which was suspicious that my video didn't show up. So that's why I made a second one, because it disappeared when I made it at first. I think that it goes back to that. It goes back to this insurance thing that happened when she pulled the gun out on me. That paper disappeared out of the storage unit. They changed the whole storage unit name to something else. I had been paying insurance double because I was so stressed in college, didn't know it. I asked the insurance people, can you pull up the documents? Oh, we don't keep them from that far, or we lost them, our system, blah, blah, blah. They moved also. And what they do is they put security in these places when you come back because they know you're angry and they know that they've been listening to you. That's why they knew that I forgot that I had my friend had paid 6 months of insurance for my birthday. So they thought that they could play me, but I found the letter and everything later on. So these cops could have looked up the fact that I had car insurance, but they didn't. And I got a gun pulled out on me that day. She said I didn't put my blinkers on, but I know I put my blinkers on, and she never asked me to verify if my blinkers worked. When she went in my car, I was in the process of trying to move to my friend's house, another friend's house, and she was busy looking to see what I had in the back seat, like what I was moving. Now I'm thinking, well, are y'all selling people stuff? You're going to shoot them and then sell their stuff? You're going to scratch the VIN number off my car and sell that to some drug dealer? I mean, what are you trying to make me a fucking pawn? Excuse me. I apologize. And I'm only talking to these cricket demons out here, the demons that live in these people, because it's just pissing me off. And it is meant to change me. I realize that now. It's meant to change me. It's meant to make me angry because they want me in cuffs. Because me being in cuffs somehow is buying them time to either set me up further or say something bad happened to me. It's all starting to make sense that this is a big criminal ring that can go much further than what I thought. Even those tow trucks, they're sitting on the side of the road. That's illegal because I read the whole traffic book once they started trying to wreck my car and do fraud car insurance and get money off of me. But I guarantee you, you're not going to be able to do that to me anymore. But that's what they do. They put their tow trucks right here and then put a bunch of no license, small letter license plate people around you, which I can show you that too, because I have that on record. 5, 6 people with no license plates all around me trying to start a wreck. Oh, and they're like, oh, well, the holidays are coming up. Be careful because the holidays are coming up. So they're going to be trying to wreck you, run into your cars. And when you don't know somebody's going to hit you, they have an advantage when they're hitting you. So that's what it is. And I'm upset. And I've been having anxiety and just trying to talk about this is making it a little bit better. And it's just like, I get it. I get it. I see it already, but like I said, it's really starting to hit me more and more sometimes. Like, they want you to be angry. They want you to have anxiety. They want you in jail. The first case that you did, the case that you went originally had the situation with the police officers, they wanted you badly in jail then when they really didn't have a reason, a good enough reason. And when I asked for the tape, I said, can you bring out the tape so that could set me free? And they told me, oh no, it's going to be hard to get the tape. I don't care if it's going to be hard to get the tape. If that's going to set me free, I want the tape. But they knew everything about me because I told them I didn't have a job because I didn't want them to go wrecking my job and messing that up and embarrassing me and all that. And they told me when I was at the little well, place after you go to the parole people, they were like, why don't you try to work at this place? And I was like, okay. I looked at the name and that was the exact place that I worked at. I'm like, yeah, I said, oh, I've heard about this place before. So it's like they're either telling me we know where you work, or like, why would you play mind games with me like that? I don't know if these people are trying to see what I'm gonna do at some type of project like that, or if these people are just out to hurt me. I don't know what's going on. But I know that it has to do with these cases. This one case that I can't stand, and then the other case with the car insurance that was actually paid, and I had a gun pulled out on me that day, and they could have verified that it was paid, but everybody was trying to play me like. And then I find the letter going through all my paperwork, so I see my insurance, and I'm like, man, this thing was paid, and I paid over $2,000, and then that's when they decided to clear everybody's thing off after I had a little bit more left to pay. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, no refunds. Yeah, no refunds after I found the proof that my insurance was paid. Well, I don't want my insurance to go up, so y'all need to give me some type of credit. It's ridiculous. I can't believe this. This man is apparently getting paid and talking people into to trying to find a way to make me a sociopath, someone who is so pissed at the world because they're doing so many bad things to me that I'm going to be an outrageous idiot with no therapy too, because they said, oh, why would you go to therapy? Why wouldn't you go to therapy if somebody's messing with you all day? If I was that secure, I would say, yes, you need to go to therapy. You need to talk to somebody about this. You need to let somebody know. Who encourages you not to go to therapy? Even if they were saying I was just a lunatic and a crazy person and I was being, psychotic and none of this is happening to me and I'm being paranoid, schizophrenic, which I'm not. Why wouldn't you recommend me go to therapy? Or get counseling. I've called you like 5 times complaining about what this dude is doing, stalking me and following me. And you don't think I should go to therapy? Well, you must know that I'm all right and I'm mentally there 100%. Or there's something you're trying to hide and you don't want me to talk to anybody professional about it. I'm trying to understand that. Or maybe you just like, I don't want you to waste your money on therapy. Maybe you're just trying to be a good person to me. I don't know. But it in my mind and how I calculate things, it does look a little suspicious. And then also what makes me angry is that, like I said, the city of Houston guy talked to me because I talked to him and asked him what was going on out here with what y'all are working on. He says, a girl got kidnapped over there. I seen the one girl he was talking about. She was only there a couple of times because I seen the family that was actually there. But she was only there a couple of times with this younger dude who showed up. It might have been his parents or whatever. I don't know. And he said she lived there. He knew her. That was his friend. Her Facebook disappeared and so did she. I asked security and he said, no, it was another house on that street that you live on. What? Then what made me upset is that on his business card, it says that he's also a private investigator. And when you look up that thing that happened where the cop got paralyzed further down on this street, it says in the article that they wrote, somebody was being called to investigate burglary investigation. That sounds like, you're going to research something and sit down. And on his way driving, somebody waved him down and said, hey, that barn. And then he ends up getting shot and paralyzed. Yet they're flying helicopters over this house. The whole neighborhood disappeared. They gave out a newsletter or a, what do y'all call that? A group message to let everybody know to leave. Because I didn't see no cars out there, but I could show you right now there's cars out there. I didn't see one car because I said, what's going on out there? God told me stay inside. They might try to shoot you or something. Act like the perpetrator. Got dressed, took a shower, ready to go. I stayed inside. They didn't come back till everybody showed back up 6 hours and 30 minutes later. They so in sync here. I mean, the FBI need to live over here, and they'll make a whole lot of money. All the people they could take to jail over here, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just saying, like, that repeated stuff that people are talking about when they're being gang stalked. The car, sure, some people can't drive and they come from other places and their lights are on, but man, some people, you don't need to do that. Like the videos that I showed y'all, that's 2 videos I showed y'all with the headlights in his parking lot in broad day. I mean, not the parking lot, his driveway across the street for 20 minutes. There's like 20 of those videos. I'm like, dude, what is this dude playing with himself or something? Or is he just bothering me again? Like, I don't know, but it's weird to me. I don't see it, and y'all don't see that every day either. So don't say that that's not weird, because it is. And I don't know. I've lived in different neighborhoods. I don't see people doing that. They might sit in the car for a second on the phone or something. They get out and they go in their house. And all this stuff and saying people's name that you know on the intercom, people who've abused you, the car that looks like your coworker from the other side of the city, and now they're saying his name on the intercom, all this stuff treating you funny. All this stuff is to make you that angry person that they see that you are behind closed doors in your own privacy. Yeah, in my own privacy, I might say some things, but now I'm feeling like, oh, I need to be cautious about even that. Because I could be saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. I turn totally like pissed. But it's like I feel like I can, because I'm in this house in my safe spot. I'm not doing it out there to anybody else. But these people are listening inside too. They want a reason to say that they can watch you. They'll create one. If they want a reason to watch you in your little drawers, watch your little pretty face, they'll create a reason. Oh, I'm sure you would love to create a reason to watch me in the house and a bunch of these other pretty girls, huh? As soon as they find that personality type that they're looking for, they go all the way in. So that's what it's about, putting drugs in my food, probably trying to put some date rape crap in my food, having me slumped in deep, deep sleeps, because I'm a light sleeper. So then they can open the back door and try to break in and do something. Having people set me up, paying, no telling what they're doing. This is a disgusting place. I thought the world was much better than this. These people are sick. And I'm asking myself, how do all these people have these houses? I'm not trying to be Candy Grand Prix, but I do have certain questions that made me think eventually, like, how do all these people have these houses? And y'all make it seem so easy. Oh, go work. Go work. Okay, there's people that work, they get fired. 2 people working an average job is still not really enough. And like, okay, over here, there's 10 people to a house at every house. So I see how they're making it if they're only paying $200 of rent. But then I don't really see how they're making it, because I never see any of them look like they're actually working. Never seen anybody in a uniform over here a day in my life, besides the lawnmower people who I can clearly see them working. Yeah, something's up. It's a lot of criminals. I'm thinking that's how they have their house and have everything that they have. And these people are in a hell, and they want to drag me in their hell. If I get anything that they feel easier than them, they're gonna put me in some type of hell because they think that I don't deserve whatever I'm getting. But I know one thing: I'm not out here setting people up and trying to hurt people and harm people and doing all this other crazy stuff, telling people do this to that person and do that to that person. So it's just caused a lot of stress, and I realized that you need therapy. If you're going to be a smart and intelligent person, I don't care if you think all the psychologists and therapists are, just keep going until you find one that's right. And these people, they're messing with my phone still. When I try to call these people for help, they blot it out. They go bleep, 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 because my data tries to go away really soon, and then I have to use Wi-Fi, and they're connecting to my tethering and connecting in this neighborhood, and they're intercepting my calls to where I can't call these people. As soon as I take it off Wi-Fi and call regular, all of a sudden the phone rings. Yeah, they don't want me to get help. They don't want me to talk about it, because people who are sane get help. That makes you an intelligent person. That's a part of being smart and intelligent. Seeking good counsel. It even says that in the Bible, to seek good counsel. A wise man seeks good counsel. That therapy is a form of counsel. Therapy is more long term. Counseling is more short term. So as long as I have to go through this gang stalking thing, and since I've gone through it for so long, I think I need therapy at this point, not just regular counseling. I think I need therapy. And after all that I've been through, I need therapy. I'm not going to be out here looking like a crazy person, or the moment you're in your house and you have to cuss people out behind the world's back and say these crazy things because they're hurting you so badly, it's time to get therapy. It's time to get counseling. That's how you know. The moment you feel that way, go to therapy. Because if you have to do it behind closed doors just to get it out how you feel and bring out all the hurt that these people are doing to you, and you just wish it would go away, you might say that crap outside. You might accidentally say the wrong thing. And you need to get counseling. Before that happens, you need to get counseling, showing that you, and ask them how to cope with it. They're gonna tell you, take 10 deep breaths in, count backwards, whatever it is. Just do it and let them know what's going on in your life. So for all you people who think that therapy and counseling is horrible and because you're being gang stalked, I completely disagree, and I am a total cheerleader for you to go to therapy and get counseling, or get counseling, whatever you call it. Do not let the gang stalking community deter you away from therapy and counseling, and don't let anybody else in any shape, form, or fashion deter you from getting some type of counseling or therapy. That is a smart thing to do. That's a part of documenting what is going on. It's another eye seeing. So half of these people are gang stalkers. So they're also going to be discouraging you from getting counseling and therapy and stuff like that. You can't tell who is who. But if you've ever learned anything from anybody that's intelligent, you've heard them say, if you have a problem, you need to talk to somebody about it. And they're usually talking about a professional, not just YouTube. That's one way to get it out. It's a 24/7 thing that you can do. But you need to put it in the hands of people who are licensed to help you. So I've talked about a few things that I'm upset about. I've talked about why it's smart to get therapy, because this can turn into something vicious. And I think they're rooting for you to do something vicious when you're being gang stalked so that you can, get a record and be put in jail, and then they'll have further reason to watch you and say this about you and this about you. No, go to therapy. You're a smart person, you're intelligent. That's one of the reasons why they might be bothering you. So that's all I had to say. And thank you guys for watching. And I will see you later. Go to therapy, get counseling. It's for smart people.